Hello, madam. Welcome to our presentation video for our project and for introduction to general linguistics. So we have done an article analysis on Winona Forever by Soraya Roberts. First off, we have morphology. In morphology, we have etymology, coinage, eponyms, and borrowing. So firstly, for etymology, we have Goth, and for coinage, we have Burtonesque. It's pertaining to Tim Burton and his film style. Eponyms, we have Christmas, and borrowing, we have primal, which is from Latin. As for loanwords, we have vogue, which is French. A compounding word, we have suburban. Blending, we have non-nostalgia. It's related to Winona's era of film and the nostalgia that comes from that era. And for clipping, we have teenager that is shortened into teen. For back formation, we have individualism, which is actually a noun, and then it transforms into individual, which is an adjective. And for conversion, we have triangulation, and following that, we have NYC for New York City. Then we go off to morphological description. The sentence that we chose is, when she was 19, her boyfriend gave her an auction-bought Christmas card with Salinger's signature on it. And one description I can highlight from this sentence is that for it is right there, Salinger apostrophe S. Salinger is lexical, and the apostrophe S is inflectional. Now we move into syntax. We have surface structure and deep structure. Firstly, we have two sentences for surface structure, which are, I say we just grow up, be adults, and die, which is an active sentence. And then we have emotion was very readily available for her, which is a passive sentence. This makes two surface structures. And then following that, we have, there's an obligation to commercialize something when you have a movie star in it, followed by, I think of her as a true silent movie actress. And this makes two deep structures. I will now pass the floor to Putri.
So now we are going into syntax, and first off we have tree diagram, and with the example of the sentence, Tim Burton sends it only after watching her once. To break the sentence down, we have Tim Burton as a noun phrase, and the rest of the sentence is a verb phrase. First off, we have Tim Burton as a pronoun, and sense becomes a verb, it becomes a pronoun, only after becomes determiner, watching becomes a verb, and her becomes a pronoun, and lastly we have once as a determiner. Next slide, we will have conceptual meaning and associative meaning. And for this one, we have the word Bible. And for conceptual meaning, we made it into a collection of religious texts scaled into Christianity. And for associative meaning, it became, in this context, Winona Ryder feels deeply connected to the book Catcher in the Rye, so much so she holds to the regard of a Bible for her. And for the next slide, we have semantic features. We have multiple words, starting off with designer, character, novel, card, movie, and children. First off, we have designer, where we categorize it as animate, as it can be, and animate, as it can move around at free will. Inanimate, it cannot be it, because it is a human being, and it can be female, it cannot be an infant, and it cannot be a thing. And for the next slide, we have semantic roles. For this, we have the sentence at 27, while Ryder was still praying at the altar of the prep school hero. And starting off, we have agent for Ryder, theme as the altar of the prep school hero, instrument for praying, and location as the altar. That is all for me. I will give it to the next presenter.
Okay, so for hyponymy, we have Hollywood, which breaks down into actors and directors. I'll start with directors first. So there we have Tim Burton, David Seltzer, and John Hughes. As for actors, I've broken it down further into male and female actors. So we have Jake Ryan, Johnny Depp, and Matt Damon in the male branches. And for female branches, we have Angelina Jolie, Gwyneth Paltrow, last but not least, Winona Ryder. For synonyms, we have perform and present. Antonyms, awkward and graceful. Prototype, we have press. When you think of press, you think newspapers. Homophones, we have the words pale and pale. Metonymy, we have youth and teenagers. And collocation, we have boyfriend and girlfriend. So for homonyms, we have the word scene, which has two definitions. The first, which is a place where an event occurs or has occurred, and the second one is a sequence of continuous action in a play, film, opera, or book. Polysemy, we have four definitions. To poised, having a composed and self-assured manner, having a graceful and elegant bearing, be or cause to be balanced or suspended, be ready and prepared to do something.
And that is the end of our presentation. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening.